Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to a new video. My name is Prince Mason. Today I'll be retouching your images. Well, I'll be retouching an image from one of you guys. His name is, I think it's McKinley. Let me check. Yeah, that's his name. McKinley Photography on Instagram. I'll put a link in the description to his Instagram page, so you guys definitely go check him out. So he sent some images. Let's just go through a few of them. There's some pretty nice images that he sent through, and I really love all these images. So I was like, let's do the portrait one. Now this is not a tutorial. This is just me retouching this image the way I would retouch it right now, and just showing you guys how I'm doing it. So if you guys learn a thing or two from this, then that's fine. If you have images that you want me to retouch and you would love to see how I go about retouching your personal image, then definitely send it to me. Like I said, this is no tutorial. If you learn something from it, then great. If you stick around, you might definitely learn something from it. So now I'm just going to show you a few things I've done here. I did not change the tint, or did I change the tint? Okay, yeah. So this is straight out of camera right here, and this is the Capture One edit. Right now, straight out of camera, you guys can see the settings. It's shot at 6,835, and this is just Capture One, making sure the white balance is as close to your normal skin tone as possible, right? So I just did a little change, nothing too much. My exposure tab, I left it that way. My highlights, I pulled my highlights down, increased my blacks a little bit. Now, the difference between your shadows and your blacks in Capture One are quite obvious. So let me just do shadows. You guys see it's like affecting almost the whole image. Won't pull the shadows, so I'm just going to take this back down to 0. Then for blacks, right, you can see it's not the whole image, it's just the blacks, right? So her hair, yeah, somewhere around here is fine. That's just good. We're not trying to do too much here. Then for my levels, I didn't do anything to my levels, but let me put my blacks in and see what that looks like. Doesn't look bad. I love the contrast. And for my curves, I just messed around my Luma curve, just added a little S curve right here in my Luma curve. You guys know about your Luma curves is basically just the tonal range of your image, and it does not affect the colors. So that's about it. That is all I did in Capture One, and this is the before, this is the after. Adds a little contrast to it, and as you guys can see on her skin tone, it just kind of like shifts to magenta, because right here was minus 1.6 if you say the tint, and I moved it to 0.5, so I moved it forward a little bit. So it just leans towards magentas, right? So now we're going to edit with Photoshop 2020, PSD 16-bit, resolution 300 pixels per inch, scale fixed and 100%, so edit variant. So now we are in Photoshop. What is the first thing I'm going to do in Photoshop? I just want to make sure this video is as quick as possible. The first thing I'll do is probably just remove a few blemishes, right here, right there. For an image like this, I don't think I'll be doing too much. I think I said it before, yeah, so there's no need to do too much for this image, and I don't think I'll be using dodge and burn for an image like this. Will just be overkill, so I will just use frequency separation. So let's go to my actions panel. If you do not have my retouching essentials pack, you should definitely get it. That's what I'm using to retouch this. It's 14 amazing actions in there for your global dodge and burn. You guys can see you have your complete dodge and burn, basic frequency separation, you have rich tones, reduced reds, you have your eyes and teeth whitening action, and all this stuff. Definitely check out my digital store. I have my skin tone lots on there too, and I have some freebies. So if you just want to do frequency separation, you should definitely check that. I have some free frequency separation actions there, and also free eyes and teeth whitening action. So definitely check that out. So now I'm just going to run my basic frequency separation. You guys know the drill. Let me just turn off the touch on my Wacom. Definitely edit with the Wacom tablet. So let's see what we're going to use here. We don't want something that's too small, neither do we want something that's too much. So maybe 10 works for an image like this. You guys can see we can't see any of the blemishes again, so click OK. And now I'm just going to pick my clone stamp tool. By the way, this is a new PC, so I'm not going to be as fast as the old one because I'm still getting used to this. So now I'm just going to sample and remove. Now we want to make sure we get everything out and do it as fast as possible. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward this part of the video.
Can I get your loving on a go? You got me in my feelings on the low. Body like I got a an African queen. Baby, tonight I'll be putting up a show. About to turn you on like it's a heater. Got me screaming, mama Caesar. I ain't in a hurry, we can go all night. In our money, you might wake up in a visa. We could do the role play, baby. We could do the role play, baby. I could be whatever. It could take the whole day, baby. It could take the whole day, baby.
Okay, now, so we've removed a lot of these blemishes from her face. You guys can see it looks really good. She has really nice skin, trust me, because this is without, I don't think she has any makeup on. So yeah, this is without makeup. So right now what we're going to do is, I don't know, part of me is still leaning towards doing a little dodge and burn. So maybe just a little micro dodge and burn, who knows. So let's just see how it is. Let's just create the dodge and burn. Okay, so let's just create some, you know what, let's create some micro dodge and burn layers, right? So we have that, and the next thing I want to do is create my invert check layer so I can see if I really need to do dodge and burn. So I'm just going to go into my levels and drag this back. I don't really have to, but you know, a little bit of dodge and burn wouldn't hurt. So let's do some dodge and burn. Now I haven't tried dodge and burn on this new laptop, so let's see how this will go, right? We are going to take our flow all the way to 1%. Make sure that our brush is white and it's a really soft brush. Let's see what we can do. So let's burn. So I have a dodge and burn video that I just put out recently. If you do not understand what I'm doing here, then definitely go check out the video. I'll put the card up here on the right, so you can just click and go watch that video. It explains everything about dodge and burn the best way I could at that point. So if I'm going to go into dodge and burn now, it's just going to take too much away from this video, and this is just a retouching your image or your images type of video. So right now what I'm doing is I am just burning this image, and let's see before and now after. You guys can see remove some of those highlights that were kind of like just hiding in there that we couldn't really see at first. So right now let's just remove some of the shadows that are here. As you can see, I'm concentrating on her face because that's like the first thing you would look at for an image like this. So just a little dodge and burn here and there, nothing too serious, to be honest. We don't want to spend too much time, but what I'm going to do right now is, while I'm doing this dodge and burn, I'm just going to fast forward this video.
We could do whatever. Hold up, wait a minute, let me push my up in it. Hold up, baby, smiling cause she knows I hit it. Hold up, wait a minute, let me push my up in it. Hold up, baby, smiling cause she knows I hit it. I'm addicted to you. Baby, I'm addicted to you. Girl, I'm addicted to you. Baby, I'm addicted to you. And can I get a little bit of sugar? Raise your legs and spread it like a hookah. Yeah, you got me scoring. Yeah, you got me scoring every night, and I'm feeling like a bazooka.
Okay, guys, so let's see our before and after right now. So this is our before and this is our after. So this is where we started the image from, and this is where we're at right now. So you guys can see, well, I'm not doing too much to this image because, you know, I'm not trying to alter how she looks. I'm just trying to remove a few things that are there that, you know, typically you will not see with the eye. But this looks really good. I don't think I have to do frequency separation to add to this, because the whole idea is leaving the image to look natural. But I don't have to. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge my frequency separation that I created here. I'm just going to name this FS so it doesn't affect the next one I'm going to create. And now I'm going to create a stamp visible layer, which is Command Option Shift and E, right? And I'm going to create another basic frequency separation layer. I think we used 10 the last time, so I'm going to use 10 again and click OK. And right now I'm going to pick my mixer brush tool, which for me is right here, until I move it all the way up. And I am going to open my frequency separation, make sure I'm on low frequency layer, and now I'm just going to brush with my mixer brush tool. So nothing too serious really, just so the whole idea right now is this is just going to smoothen out the image, you know, even more. If I left any patch anywhere, this is going to take care of that, you know. It's just going to make sure the image is just a lot smoother, you know. So that's the idea behind doing frequency separation again after dodge and burn, you know. So I'm not doing too much, you know. I'm not trying to do too much. Still want her to look good and look natural. So just running my brush, my mixer brush around the image. You guys know my mixer brush. These are the settings I always use. I have a couple videos on that too, so you can go check those out. I have a lot of retouching videos, so if you just stumble on this and you're wondering, oh my god, what's it doing, definitely check out those retouching videos. But if you have seen them, then you understand exactly what I'm doing, and I'm sure you can follow along. So this is retouching your images. Okay, great. So now that we have done a little bit of frequency separation, let's see our before and our after. You guys can see. So what this just did was smoothing things out. I think I overdid it some places, but that's fine. This cancel that. This looks good. So what I'm going to do right now is create another dodge and burn, but this time it's a global dodge and burn layer, global dodge and burn group. So I'm just going to create that. So I'm going to click on my actions here, create the global dodge and burn group, and I'm going to pick a soft white brush and make sure my flow is, what should we use? Let's use 3 for this one. Let's use 3. Make sure my brush, my foreground color is white. And now we're going to dodge first. So what I'm going to do is turn all this off, because I really want to see where the highlights are. As you guys can see in all of these things, I did not take away the highlights, you know, because you want her skin to pop. So I'm going to just dodge the forehead, dodge right here underneath her cheek, you know, right here. I think one thing I would have done differently if I had shot this image, don't get it wrong, I'm not criticizing this image, it's a really beautiful image. Yes, I probably would have turned that a little bit away from the sun to avoid some of this harsh highlights hitting her face. But you know, that's just me, not criticizing this. I'm just saying, you know, maybe I would have just done that. But yeah, this is a beautiful image, trust me, love it. Okay, so let's see what we've done here. Just added some nice highlights to her skin. You guys know how it is, melanin popping all day. Okay, great. Just continue anywhere you see highlights, just dodge that, you know. All the way down. Nice highlights there. This one too, all the way down. Nice highlights. So let's see what this looks like. Oof, looks great. So let's see our before and our after with this. I think I made a mistake somewhere around here, so I'm just going to pick a black brush my layer mask, and I'm just going to clean these out. My hardness is on 0, but my brush looks like it's pretty hard, so I'm just going to clean those out. I'll probably remove the whole highlights here and just redo that. With soft white brush, set my flow to 2 this time. Yeah, 2. Oh, I'm burning. My bad. Mistake. I didn't take that out. Okay, go back to my dodge. And just dodge all the way down. What happened was just me using different brush sizes while I was working. Just kind of made it wonky. So now we're going to go to burn. And let's turn all this off to see the exact place we're going to burn. She has some nice, give her some nice contours. Exactly what was there before. Her eyes, her nose line, right here, her jaw, her lips. As you guys can see, I'm not really like zooming in to get this done because, it's typically not advisable. I just want to dodge and burn the way people will see the image. That is what I do. So if something else works better for you, then that's fine. Okay, so great. We're doing really good. Maybe the burn's a little bit too much, but let's see. Okay, not too much. Let's see our before and our after. Before, after. You guys can see we're not doing too much here. We're just, doing enough to make sure that she looks great. What else am I doing right here? I don't think there's a lot more to do right now because when it comes to retouching, we have everything good. Maybe I'd have just taken out some of the hairs here, but let's see if I can do that with my frequency separation, because sometimes frequency separation be acting up. You guys can see that's exactly what I'm saying. It's just going to create this, but that's fine, don't worry. There are other ways around that. There are definitely other ways around that. Okay. So, I think I'll just do this when I'm done. Probably just take that when I'm done. Because if I have to, I'll probably create a new stamp visible layer, and I'm not looking to do that right now. So let's see. This looks good. What's the next thing we're going to do? Color grade. So I have these outdoor LUTs that I've been working on. So let's see if we'll get 1 or 2 that will work for this. So now I'm just going to go to load 3D LUTs. I have a few. I have a bunch here. I'm putting this out pretty soon. So let's see what a tail looks like. Oh, it doesn't look bad. I really like how it looks, but it's I think it's too much on the skin. Somewhere around here is fine. It's too much on the skin, definitely do something else. So let's see what. A little bit too red, because Canon cameras and their colors they just pop too much. So let's try something else. Let's try something else. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, that looks really nice. So somewhere around here, let's see what the V2B brown looks like. Oh, this looks really nice too. What would you go with? This or the first one? I think I'll go with the first one. Oh, that looks really good. Yeah, maybe I'll just go with this. I don't know anymore. So let's see our before and after. Before, after. Before, after. Who has the same issues that I'm having right now? Because I feel like I should go back to the other one. But let's just stick with this one. So let's see the before and after again. before and after. I think I'm pretty much done with an image like this. Maybe the typical me will add a vignette, but I think I'll do that in Capture One. Yeah, let me do the vignette in Capture One. So I'm just going to create a stamp visible layer now. Let's see if I can remove those stray hairs using the patch tool. Let's see if we can do that now. Yeah, that took it out. Not as seamless as, you know, I'd want, but pretty much did the job. No, that's extreme. I think I'll probably just do that again. Just go back and just do this again. So I'm just going to take them out one after the other. So if I'd done this before any of this, I would use frequency separation to smoothen that out. But nah, I think I'm just going to leave that. But it's bugging me. So we're going to take this out. We're definitely going to take this out. Create the stamp visible layer. And we are definitely going to take this out. Let's see how we're going to do this. Get everything in there. And just move it down. Okay, great. So we have a little patch there, but to be honest, it's really nothing frequency separation can fix. But I just don't like working like that, you know. So what I'm going to do is, just for the sake of this, I'm just going to merge everything together because, you know, I think I got this image to where I want it to be, but this is just bugging me. I don't know if this happens to anybody, but yeah, it happens to me. So I'm just going to create a new frequency separation, try out 10 again. And now I'm just going to pick my mixer brush and just go over my low frequency to make sure I get this out. Okay, great. Now I'm just going to zoom in, pick my clone stamp tool and just take out one or two things from here. Okay, great. So that looks a lot better now. So yeah, because it was just bugging me. I don't know. Yeah, that looks a lot better now. Okay, so now we're going to save this and we're going to go back to Capture One. So guys, now we are in Capture One. Let's see our straight out of camera Capture One edit and Photoshop edit. You know, maybe just add a little luma curve here, just to, you know, just to give it that black, the melanin feel, right? Just add a little tone curve here. Yeah, just add a little tone curve. Okay, let's zoom out. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, I zoomed out all the way already. Jeez, still not used to this PC. So yeah, so let's see our straight out of camera, this Capture One edit and Photoshop with a little bit of, you know, tone curve in Capture One. And this is what this looks like. Looks bomb, trust me. Told you this image was beautiful. I told you guys that in Capture One I tend to add my going to turn my touch back on my Wacom. I tend to add my vignettes in Capture One sometimes, not all the time, sometimes. So maybe just add a little vignette to this, and that's good. That is our image. Should we just add a little? Should we make the highlights pop? Just I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing at this point, but okay, no, I think this is fine. Anyways, I'm just going to send this image to McKinley right now, and I hope he loves it, and I'll put this video out. Thank you so much for being a part of this long retouching your images videos. If you guys want to see me retouch one of the swimwear video photos, let me know. If you guys want to see me retouch one of these ones, then let me know. So that's about it. Anyways, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Check out my digital store, support your boy, go copy your retouching essentials pack, go copy your skin tone lots, and I hope you guys are waiting for the outdoor lots that are coming out really soon. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing amazing week. Peace.